Hello everyone, my name is Satria Audioslave Dipeno, and this is my homework, my video homework for video project for English homework for ujian praktek I will be participating in class 9E, and the last time I submit a video to Miss Mayang, she told me to not record on my bed, start using a landscape, and then do not and use real slides instead of paper. So yeah, here I am. Now the material I'm going to presentate this in this project is descriptive text about Tuban. Now let us begin. I'm not going to waste very much time. So first we're gonna talk about location and demography of Tuban. Tuban itself is a regency in East Java. It's not really a big of for regency, but yeah, it's not really famous too. Now Tuban actually has two parts. There is the regency, so very much this whole map is actually Tuban, this right like Kabupaten Tuban. Yes, this is the whole regency itself called Tuban. And then we have the central administrative center, the city of Tuban, called Tuban too. So I'm going to really separate the regency Tuban with the city Tuban. Now I'm going to explain a little bit about the regency first. The regency is actually not pretty much famous, but if you actually once go into a Wali Songo pilgrimage, the visiting Wali Songo tombs or masjid or something like that, you're going to know that Tuban is actually one of the destination there. So yeah, you're going to know it because most of people that goes into Wali Songo pilgrimage know that they are going to Tuban at one point. Now, it's actually kind of pretty big for you can see like from this place. This is actually Tambak Boyo, I believe. No, this is Tambak Boyo. No, this is I forget this is, but this is Tambak Boyo. So from this place, this red to this green, it's actually going to take like 45 minutes. So yeah, it's kind of a big for regency, but I don't think it was really that famous because why actually Tuban isn't that famous? Because next to Tuban we have Lamongan, and then 3 hours road from Tuban we go to Kediri or Gersik. We go to Kediri or Gersik. Also, this is not far from Surabaya. So yeah, why isn't this place is that famous? Because well, we are next to famous places in East Java, so it's not that famous. Now, according to census record in 2009, Tuban had 1,298 millions of habitants. It's really big for habitant for Tuban itself, but yeah, like I said, it's not really that famous. Now, I'm going to show you to tourist attraction in these slides. Tourist attraction. Now, Tuban doesn't really have that much of a tourist attraction, honestly, because most of the people here they choose to save their money, and then once they had the money, they're going to go somewhere else, except Tuban, because Tuban is actually, like I said, not a big place, not not a big place or famous. So they just going to choose to save up their money, go somewhere else, place like Solo or Surabaya. Mostly they go to Bali or Madura. Depends on the person actually, but yeah, according to my experience, most of people in Tuban was like that. But Tuban actually have several amount of tourist attraction. But I'm going to talk about the tourist attraction I've been in or I've been really get close to. I'm not going to talk about the entirety of this because it's going to be too much. And then, yeah, I don't really have enough time to cover up the research for that. So I'm going to talk about approximately one, two, three, four, five. Yeah, I'm going to talk about four of the tourist attraction. First is we have Masjid Agung. This is Masjid Agung in East Java, particularly in East Java. Every city, not every city, but most of the cities there have something called alun-alun, which is the center of the city. And in alun-alun, they have Masjid Agung. Now, Masjid Agung in Tuban is not really that special. To be honest, it's not really that special. But what's special about this? This is the biggest masjid in Tuban. So most of people in visiting Tuban, mostly if they are Muslim, they're gonna visit this place because this is the biggest mosque in Tuban. This is the biggest mosque in Tuban. Now the second is Museum Kambang Putih. Honestly, I never been here, but uh I really get close to this place one time. But my uncle have been there. My uncle have been there, and he told me that this place actually mostly just picture wayang, and then usually all other traditional stuff from Tuban. Now, for traditional stuff in Tuban, we're not going to talk a lot about the culture here because mostly culture in Tuban was heavily influenced by East Java bigger counterparts like I said, Surabaya, Gresik, Lamongan, and the French. So yeah, mostly they are very much actually very much have the same culture. So I'm not going to talk much about it. And yeah, a little bit of Maduranese culture too. But yeah, like I said, it's pretty influential. We're not going to talk about it because it's really just the same. So there is no point in talking about it. Now the second tourist attraction here we got here is Pantai Klapa. Pantai Klapa, in 2017, according to my experience, in 2017, it's not really a famous place because when I visited there when I was a kid, 2016 or 2017, it's really not a big place. Like people there already know this place, but it's not really mostly it's kind of kids playing in the beach and like that. So yeah, it's not really famous. The point of this place become famous, according to my knowledge, is actually like 2019 or 2020, around that. So it started to become a tourist attraction around that time. This place is very famous for the beach, of course, because this is beach. Yeah, this is beach. This is Pantai Kelapa, beach Kelapa, or beach coconut. I don't know. For a beach, the sunset there was pretty cool too. The sunset there was pretty cool too, and like I said, it's famous for like its name Kelapa, the coconut trees. Of course, look at this picture. We have coconut trees here and there. But according to my experience, this place is not actually that great because um trash piling in the corner of the beach. So yeah, I'm not going to visit this place anytime soon because first I already visit this place a lot of time. Every time I go to Tuban, I visit this place. So no. And then secondly, they pretty much when you actually one time it's actually pretty long ago, but yeah, one time I visited this place and then I found a pile of trash in the corner of the beach, so I'm not gonna visit this place now. This place also, like being written in this slide, is actually used for outbound activities and pramuka. So in regular places they had someone or people camping in pramuka outfit in the car in this place. So yeah, it's pretty great spot for camping actually. So yeah, that's why we got a lot of pramuka people goes here too. They have flying fox here, so that's why I said outbound activities. Any outbound features you search probably going to get here. No, the second tourist attraction we got here is Pantai Boom. Pantai Boom is actually pretty classic. As of my observation, it's not as big as Pantai Klapa, but if you actually already pretty spending a long time in Tuban, you're going to know that Pantai Boom is the classic one. Pantai Boom is actually like its name, it's a beach famous for its photo spot. Yes, Tuban people, I don't know why, but they love photo spot because you go there, there's a cafe in Tuban, there's a cafe, you got photo spot, there photo spot, there photo spot. So yeah, they love photo spot. But the Pantai Boom specialties is not just that. This place is actually kind of night market or traditional market or what is it? I don't know. I forget how it's called. Now we have a lot of like this bright that is written here. Food and clothes stalls open for 24/7. This place actually has grown a lot of reputation to be a kind of tourist rest area because when you go enter the Pantai Boom parking lot, you're going to see a lot of buses there. So This place actually had so much stalls, like a market from the 90s, especially from the 90s. You got clothes, foods, anything you need, everything from the most basic stuffs to the most strangest, like antique. They have it. They have antique shops here. They have it. So if you don't really want to spend a lot of money in supermarket in Tuban, you can actually go to Pantai Boom and search up for the such kiosk you are searching for. You're going to find it. Okay. Now that's pretty much covering up the tourist section we have now. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the Tuban city. Tuban city itself, as an administrative center of the Regency, is not actually that big. It's not that big. According to my experience, you only take like 30 minutes to go around that city. So it's pretty much like I said, small city, small Regency. It's not really that big. So yeah, time to go to local foods and beverages. Now, the local foods and beverages, the first I got is legen. Legen is actually made from the water of lontar tree or siwalan fruit. Lontar or siwalan fruit, I'm sorry. Most of people know that's lontar, but if you came from Tuban, it's going to be called siwalan. No discussion about that. Siwalan for real. Now, this actually pretty refreshing. Every Ramadan, you're going to find at least people, one one people going to sell this for you. Mostly it's consumed with ice, and then it's going to be mixed with coconut water. So it's pretty much lontar and coconut water to one, and usually it's just like that. But for my taste, I usually yeah, it's incorrect here, but I'm going to correct this with my words. For my taste, I usually mix it up with syrup like kurnia, campolai, or syrup, mostly red syrup. But I'm going to tell you, marjan doesn't work with this. Doesn't work with this drink. I don't know why, but it doesn't really fit my taste. Marjan doesn't work here. Now, the second still beverages, because we don't really have a lot of specialties here, is tuak. Tuak is actually extracted from lontar tree or siwalan fruit. Yeah, it's actually pretty much the same as again. The difference is tuak is actually being fermented from the product. So product, if you actually consume siwalan fruit water fresh, it's called legen. But if you fermented it first, it become tuak. Okay. Now, this is actually one of the staple drink in Japan. Like every meeting, every traditional meeting, you're going to have like one guy bringing tuak there. But I'm going to need to remind you that this beverage is actually alcoholic. So as a Muslim, I cannot drink this. But it's actually pretty much a lot of people, mostly non-Muslim of course, but a lot of people consume tuak. So it's pretty much a staple drink in Tuban too, for record. Okay, so I don't really have much saying about this drink, but mostly people say that this tastes bitter and refreshing, bitter and refreshing between that, but I don't really know because I don't drink it. Now, the last slide, we got local food and beverage. Now we talk about foods. Like I said, we don't have a lot of specialties in Tuban, so yeah, I just gonna bring it one food. So it's kari rajungan. Kari rajungan is actually like a crab soup, but it's rajungan, so it's not crab. There is different. It's different. Crab and rajungan, it's a different, but I don't know how they tell the difference. It's just different. Okay, my mother tells me that rajungan and tuak, I'm sorry, rajungan and kepiting is different, but yeah. Now, since Tuban, majority of Tuban, it's actually seaside. So this is the sea part of Tuban. It's pretty much staple food in Tuban, especially the seaside one, the seaside region. It's pretty much every traditional food stall you goes into, every restaurant, you're going to find at least one of them selling kari rajungan because it's very staple there. You're going to find it, and it's actually pretty much cheap. If you go to restaurant, find of like crab curry, you're going to find like what 70,000 to 80,000 around that. But for Tuban, in Tuban itself, you're going to search for Kari Ranjungan, and then they're going to say like 30 or 40,000 per one. This probably get two or one, depends on the size of the Rajungan itself, and the restaurant you're going to like 30 to 40. So it's pretty cheap there because we have a lot of this thing in the in the port. So yeah, it's actually very staple there. This is my I grow up eating this. This is my childhood favorite food. But yeah, thank you. I think that's my presentation. Thank you for listening me. Watching this video, listening me yapping mostly about descriptive text to one. Thank you everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.